this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Draconum Blade. And Draconum Blade has asked a great many questions of the vlog, but he always has good questions, and this question had never really occurred to me in quite this form. Draconum Blade writes to say, if one had a quality about oneself that one wished to release, and one was an aficionado of role-playing card games such as Yu-Gi-Oh!, would it be an effective visualization to imagine the quality one wished to release as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card and play it, and thus release it? And my answer to this is, well, yes, it would be if that works for you, and this really very much shows that you're getting the idea of what real magic is about. It's not about what works for everyone else, but about what works for you. What works for other people can be helpful to you, but in the end, only you can really determine what works for you. Magic is an entirely internal process. It's between you and your higher self and spirit, and those things must be in agreement. The symbols that matter to you are the ones that count, the techniques that work for you are the ones that count, and in the end, if it is an effective key for your higher self, then yes, it will absolutely work. And if somebody else thinks it's silly, that's completely irrelevant, because they're not the one doing it. And it is you who must make that shift of consciousness to your higher self to work the magic, and if that works for you, it's a perfect technique. And I would say another possibility, in addition to that you might try if cards are your thing, is to actually draw a card depicting the quality you're trying to release, and then burn it to send it away. But these are basically how we really do magic. We don't, at least if we're good at it, we don't use recipe books and slavishly copy other people's spells and artifacts. We create our own. We learn how to do it, and then we adapt what we need in the moment. I've said before, and I'll say again, that if magic required all kinds of elaborate things, or anything in fact outside of ourselves, then in the moment that we most need it, when the car is skidding off the road, it wouldn't do us any good. But it doesn't require all those things. What it requires is our shift of consciousness and our ability to manifest in the moment. So when the car is skidding off the road, you can do magic in that moment, but not necessarily the way any other person would. You have to know how to do it for yourself in the way that works for you. And so, the question, would imagining it as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card be a good way to release something? Well, if Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards have meaning for you, yes, it would. So I hope that answers your question and gives you something to think about, and until next time, may you blessed be. Today's vlog is brought to us by the word blessing.
Blessing. In blessing, we access divine energy, channel it through our body, and impart it to another person or thing. For example, when we bless the chalice in ritual, we impart the divine energy into the wine, through which the energy then enters all who partake of the wine. The divine energy will either interact with the recipient in a predetermined manner, as an initiation, or act on its own to give the recipient whatever they most need, as in a general blessing.